And hello, we're talking to Anthony Lewis. And what do you do with N.E.S.F.A?
Okay, my title is Press Czar. I'm sort of in charge of coordinating the book projects that get done.
She made the mistake with
the books we've tried to bring back into print. These are people who were not obscure in their day. They were very popular. But the way the book market goes, when you die, pretty much things vanish. They go out of print. And these are stories we thought we liked, and we wanted to bring them back so that other people, younger people, and older people, could have something to look at, something to read. From our youth or new style. We have been doing this since about 1990. It sort of started when we were doing programs at our convention in Boston, which was in February. We were doing forgotten authors, neglected authors. And we talk about them, and somebody would say, well, you know, this all sounds very interesting. How can I get to read these stories? Or you can't, because they're out of print, and the original magazines you probably can't find anywhere, and there are no used bookstores anymore. So eventually somebody said, why don't we reprint them? And we did that as an experiment, and it worked out, and we just continue doing it.
They're beautifully packaged.
Thank you. It requires, it's all, well, I said either volunteer or slave labor, depending on how you want to put it. But it's all people who like an author, and they're the ones who edit it and put in the work. We get a lot of members and other people who help with the proofreading. We buy covers from artists. Sometimes they're new, sometimes they're a reprint. And we sell them. Most of the money goes to the authors. We pay a premium.
So it's a non-profit.
Yeah, it's non-profit. The money we get gets plowed back into new projects.
It's amazing stuff. Now, with the digital world, will these be going Kindle or anything like that?
Unlikely. First, when we've never bought electronic rights, so we can't do electronic rights because we don't have them. Secondly, although people realize that the act of downloading, once you get it up, is easy. The infrastructure behind that is huge because you've got to have arrangements you've got to have a website, you've got to have people to maintain the website, you have to be able to electronically transfer the funds you get to the authors, and most places now do that in real time, so that if you go on a website and you buy a book, the author's royalties in a few minutes appear in his account.
Amazing.
Yeah. Not all of them do that, but the bigger ones do. And it requires quite a bit of permanent staff to maintain that. And since they're paying much higher royalties on the electronic books because you don't have the expense of the printing. But that means in order to make any kind of money at all, you have to have a huge volume. These are not huge volume books. So the only thing we can do is, and we've tried to talk to people about this, and we're looking into it, is we generate, of course, electronic text. And we could then sell that to a publisher, but they would have to negotiate with the author or the estate to buy the rights. And electronic rights, because it's perceived that there's more money in it, are much higher than the paper rights. So it requires a lot of money up front to set up the situation. So right now, we don't think this. We know what our market is. It's a niche market, as many of the other small press people are. We think we understand our market. We don't understand the electronic market.
Tony, I gotta say, I think most of the people here are probably into the tangible collectible than electronic download.
Right. Well, the electronic download people like, especially now that you have to pay for your second bag on an airplane. If you go to a convention and you buy a lot of books, it's going to cost you a lot of money to just get them home. And carrying a Kindle or a Nook or something like that with a lot of books on it is a lot easier for reading. But that's reading. And we're talking about people who are also collectors.
Maybe people can ship the books to themselves.
You can,
from a convention.
The post office, of course, has raised its rates too.
And then read it on the plane electronically. And that way you don't have to spoil.
I think on some flights they don't let you do that, but I'm not sure. My main problem with that is I do a lot of reading in the bathtub. And I figure if I drop one of those things in the bathtub, I'm out $400 there or whatever it is. If I drop a paperback in the bathtub, well, I can put it in the microwave, dry it out. I can still read it even though it's crumpled.
Bake the book.
Baked books.
Beautiful covers. Absolutely stunning.
Thank you. This is Michael Whalen, and this book is arranged. These set of books are arranged so that when you stick them up on the shelf,
Nice.
it forms one continuous picture.
Nice. That is stunning.
I'll just set this up so you can see that.
So for fans of Roger Zelazny,
Right. So you have that on your shelf, and look at that.
now that's a separate painting from the cover paintings.
No, it's one painting, one large painting Michael Whalen did, and it was each of the books moves along the painting.
Ah, stunning. Very, very nice. That had to take a lot of work just to think about and
Yes,
put together.
In volume 6, he describes what all the different symbols are. They're all from Zelazny's stories.
Oh, wow.
And he also sells the whole painting as a poster on his website.
Oh, so his name is?
Michael Whalen. He's a very well-known artist. I believe his website is glassonion.com.
As in the Beatles song, Glass Onion.
Yep. So,
Your table is stunning.
thank you.
A wealth of fable. I like a black and white book cover. Nice.
Anything else we can tell you?
No, this is wonderful, Tony.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Is there any way we can view this and see how badly it's
I'm going to put it up on YouTube.
Okay.
And thank you very much. And it's N.E.S.F.A. Press.
That's New England Science Fiction Search.
That's a really interesting.
And so on the web, it's NESFA,
.org.
NESFA.org. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.